I'm Avery Sakash, and this is my digital modeling final. So my main inspiration from this came from Breath of the Wild. I just think it's a really beautiful game, and I wanted to implement this style within my modeling. I also wanted to take some inspiration from Ghibli-esque styles, but it didn't really work, and I'll show you later why. So my process, I decided that I wanted to focus on environmental modeling and building. And I was interested in maybe doing a little bit of animation, but I ended up deciding on a series of rendered images as my final. And I definitely wanted to focus on visualization and a more of like an illustrative route through my modeling. And so I just went ahead and sketched out a rough idea of what I wanted my model to be. My original thought was, I wanted to do something cutesy, maybe like a character within a scene. But I decided to challenge myself a bit more and work with bones, which was definitely a challenge. And I guess the reason why I chose this specific composition and this subject is a lot of my work deals with nature and death, and I wanted to make death seem something not to be feared. I wanted it to be more gentle, so I chose dog skeletons in a field of flowers. And so you can see the start of my modeling on the left, which very rough. And then I moved into more building off of that into making the actual bones. My main method for this is I had an image of a dog skeleton that I would put a plane on top of and move the plane so it was roughly in the shape of the bone, and then extrude it and bevel the sides and just keep adding cuts to it to make it more bone-like. I feel like this gave me a more low poly style, which I enjoy. There definitely could have been other ways to do this that would have probably given me a more realistic style, but again, that wasn't really what I was going for. So trial and error. This is where I was talking about the Ghibli-esque. I wanted a very painterly type grass, but the issue is this: I had to use procedural images in my texturing, and that doesn't cast shadow, so it looked really bad when I rendered it. And I textured my model in Substance Painter, and I had these cracks on my model that you can sort of see on the right here, which didn't really translate that well into Blender, which I'm sad about, but I really liked how it looked in the Substance Painter render here. And then I just went in and made some environmental assets, and since my painting grass didn't really work, I just went ahead and made a singular grass model that I used through hair particles.